Kicker Joe Nedney is accustomed to pressure situations.
Good! 56-yard field goal by Joe Nedney.
Such as the time he kicked for bragging rights for the entire human race.
This was their heavyweight. They said he could kick it 60 yards with deadly accuracy. So they challenged me to this field goal kicking contest. The robot did really well in a very controlled atmosphere, but once you got it into the wind of the stadium and stuff like that, you struggled a little bit. It was kind of cool to go out there and compete against a robot and actually beat a robot, because that would have killed my self-esteem if a machine had beat me in my own job.
One advantage a robot would have over NFL players is blocking out the crowd noise.
If people think that the 12th man is not a factor in the game, you got to be fooling yourself.
Where's the Super Bowl ring? Yell the radio gets on the phone.
It's kind of hard to tune all that stuff out.
Hey, your season ends tonight.
You tend to hear everything.
I'm a bench warmer.
I love away games because I love hearing the crowd. Like, they be talking crazy, saying some of the craziest stuff to you ever.
Eli, nobody loves you. You guys live in a desert. You should play football.
And you can't wait to go back out there and just silence the crowd and just look at them and be like, shh.
Let's go, defense!
There's nothing worse than the crowd's up, the music up, and, you know, people are on their feet and they're clapping, and on the first play, they bust you. You can actually hear his footsteps, the guy running away from me, and everyone is dead silent.
I remember Tim broke that run. I could just hear like the air get sucked out of the crowd, and I just felt like the momentum was really shifting in our favor.
Only twice in NFL playoff history has a visiting team rushed for a touchdown on the first play from scrimmage, and they happened a week apart.
I like to pick on the biggest and the baddest. That defense got on the field and their crowd's going, you know. Had us pinned back. You know, next thing you know, 83 yards, you know, that crowd was silent.
What a way to start a football game.
They score before the first sweat.
Everybody leaving. Where they going, right? Where they going?
They took the wind out of the entire building. It happened before people were even seated.
And the Patriots and the crowd stunned.
It ain't over yet. The game just started.
Winning in those environments and having those 70,000 people usher out quietly, in a lot of ways, that's more enjoyable than winning that kind of game at home.
You know that you've not only dominated their defense, but you've taken over their stadium. You are top dog in somebody else's doghouse.
Go home.
There is nothing better than winning on the road. You know, it was true for Genghis Khan, and it's true for the Indianapolis Colts.
Randy Cross knows a thing or two about conquering the road. Between 1988 and 1990, his 49ers won an NFL record 18 straight road games.
Our term was always, we wanted to hear the vendors in the fourth quarter. And if you can hear that, it's fantastic.
See y'all later. Go on back home.
We had been mathematically eliminated from playoff contention that previous week, so we were playing spoiler. Chiefs win, they're in, and we're the ones that can stop it.
For Joe Nedney, silencing a robot has nothing on sending a full stadium home quietly for a long winter's nap.
It gets loud and it gets noisy, and then it gets to a point where it's just kind of a din. You can't really discern anything. It's just so loud. And you're wearing your helmet, and your helmet's got two ear holes, and the sound is just getting in there and echoing through.
Joe Nedney's going to hit it right down the middle.
I knew as soon as it left my leg that it was good. And I was able to watch a whole bunch of fans go from this to this. And it was 72,000 people just off.
The Oakland Raiders have ended the Chiefs season in front of a stunned crowd at Arrowhead Stadium.
After I had made that field goal in Kansas City, The Black Hole was so respectful and loving on me. You know, I had come out, oh man, we'll never forget Kansas City, man. We love you. You'll always be a Raider. Yeah! And then I get cut, and a couple weeks later I sign with the Broncos, and our first game is back in the Coliseum. So I come back out, and now I got a Bronco jersey on, and they're like, screw you, Nedney, you traitor.
Nedney silenced the Black Hole by kicking 4 field goals in a Broncos win. Seems Joe Nedney always gets the last laugh. In 2006, Nedney cemented his status as ultimate crowd silencer in a return visit to Denver.
And another one of those scenarios, Denver wins and they're in. We get into overtime. We get into field goal range. To be in that situation, you know, overtime, do or die, we make it and they're out.
Nedney has it on the way, and the Broncos season is officially over.
And then to make it and to watch the fans just start heading for the doors, heading for the gates, such a cool feeling. So empowering.